So this is being recorded. So we are here meeting with the Chestnut Creek Condo Association for a requested by Mr. Kim and Miss Grayson. They are. I'll go ahead and let you guys just go ahead and explain what your grievance is with the association.
Okay. Um, we're gonna try to connect we have a presentation file that we are trying to load up. Could you give us access,
Sure. I,
please?
I gotta give you access to upload stuff. All right. I didn't know. I don't know if I know how to do that. Let me see.
Just give him like maybe you can share.
Share docs options, all participants, right? Give it a try now. I think I did it.
We'll share a screen. If there is an option for sharing screen,
Let me see. Meeting notes, whiteboards, meeting info. Let's see. Share
it says
multiple.
only the host can
Try
share. Oh,
now.
now I can.
Okay, cool. Ah, nice. I figured it out. I haven't used that option before.
All right. Just 1 second.
So is everybody here? Miss Charlene, can you hear?
Yeah, very clear.
Okay, good. Are you able to see? Because I think he's about to present something here. So
Well, since you recorded, we can always go back and look at it.
sure.
Just 1 second.
Take your time. This is the only thing that we have to on the docket today. So just to introduce everybody, Miss Kim and Mr. Grayson, uh, they are new owners of the A2 unit. I think they purchased back in April. Our three board members here are Marco, he's the vice president. We have Mr. Victor, the treasurer secretary, and then we have Miss Charlene, the president of the association, and they're all here today. So just want to give you guys a little introduction as we wait.
Thank you for everyone being here. We're trying to share our PowerPoint slide, but it's not showing our app for some reason.
Let me see all participants. Yeah, I put all participants can share. Let me see if there's like some
Well,
sort.
for a second it worked and then it went away.
Let's see.
Mm, yeah.
Apps. Uh,
If you see the screen, this will see everything on your computer.
yeah, sorry for getting the meeting started just a little bit late. I had to take some care of some other things and just got caught in a little bit of traffic, but glad everybody waited.
Uh, I don't know how I can share this.
Just select the whole screen.
How can I? Doesn't give me an option.
This is not on the computer, so it's different from my computer. Screen. Do this
That's what I did.
Wi-Fi.
No. Okay. If not, can we call it in with the iPad? Is that okay?
Sure. I don't
Yeah,
mind.
we'll just try that.
Yeah, try that. I think I just have to allow them into the meeting, and I think that'll be fine.
Okay, Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Just type in Empire. I'm gonna hand up on this one so we can join the other one.
Or you can mute this.
Oh, okay. You let us see.
Sure. Here you go.
Recording in
Final sentence. Okay, I'm just gonna start with what we have.
You need to mute one of your devices.
Yes.
Mm.
So sorry about that.
No worries.
Can you see?
No, it's not being shared. So
It
you
didn't.
don't see our screen, do you?
Not the iPad. The iPad was there and now it's not there anymore. Do you want to try it again? Try to.
No, I'll just go with what I have on the slides. I'll just read it out loud because this is pretty straightforward. But thanks for the wait. Okay, so I'm just pulling up the slides right now. Okay, so this meeting was for the flooring violation that we believe the Unit A4 has, and that is from the declaration, section 14S. And the structural noise that we have been experienced has been very difficult to go through the days, and we have developed some anxiety with the noise. So our goal is to resolve an ongoing flooring violation professionally and within HOA procedures. And we are here in good faith to resolve a continuing covenant violation that has severely affected our daily life. So what we have done so far includes 3 formal written notices have been sent to the HOA and detailed time logs and disturbances with audio for past month, and audio and video evidence has been collected, and we have been requested proof of the flooring approval, and Miss Lisa Yun from Empire Realty has confirmed that there is no such record of the required written approval for hard surface flooring on file, and no corrective action has been provided so far. So what declaration section 14 basically is saying that is a no hard flooring above another unit without written approval. That's basically what it's saying, and there is a documents that's needed that need to be submitted, which is sound testing requirements, and then the review of the ACC and such as that. So we found out that the enforcement applies to unit, not the owner. So covenant runs with the land. That's what the Georgia state law says. And HOA cannot rely on prior owner installed it. And enforcement duty is based on current physical condition, and violations continue until it's corrected. And I hope this eliminates any confusion about older renovations or missing documents. I'm sorry if you hear any noise, that's from upstairs. So for the heavy impact noise that we have been recorded as a video and audio files, this is not ordinary condo noise. It's not footsteps, or it's not regular noise that's produced by regular living. This is produced by the hard surface flooring causing the structural impact vibration. So I advise you with the volume, because I'm gonna play some samples that I have. I don't know if you can hear. Can you hear?
Mhm.
Okay. These files are some portions of what we have recorded, and we have sent some of these files already to the HOA, the management, as an attachment in the email. Some of this noise is coming from the bedroom.
Where's the bedroom?
This is from the bedroom, the master bedroom, that we can hear somebody's wearing a heel or something, that we can definitely hear those footsteps. This was late in the nighttime. I can't recall what time exactly. And you can hear the squeaks in the background as well. And this is the dragging that's happening pretty much every day, and we have to deal with this in either the living room or bedroom. But this is pretty daunting, because we are right below the noise, and it shakes the whole wall and then ceiling above us. So every day we just have to somehow avoid this noise by wearing noise canceling headphones, or something that we don't have to hear this. And this is from the living room, that I was constantly dropping something, or something was falling to the floor. So we can't tell what it is, but it was a very loud thump. And next file I have is the video that we recorded. Well, the audio files are extracted from the video files mostly. So, but this is from the bedroom. You can hear the squeaks and the steps.
Have you met the tenant?
So we try not to confront with them. We just ask them if they're aware of these issues because I know that there is at least two, three kids in the unit, and when I went up there because the noise was unbearable and we were going through the weekend and it was a Sunday morning or Saturday morning, and I, I just said it in the nicest way that I could possibly do, and I told them that you know because I know that there's nothing that they can do. We just asked them if they're aware, and then they said yeah.
I mean, do you hear any TV noise? Do you hear music noise? Do you hear having a party upstairs?
Having a
I mean,
party.
I hear some steps and I do hear, maybe a kid drumming on something, but
Oh, it's not a drumming. It's a footstep like with a shoe on in the bedroom.
Um, do you
In
know what
the
kind of flooring is up there, Marco? Because it is kind of a coincidence that this is one of Marco's units. Do you know what kind of flooring is up there in the bedrooms
I
and
think I don't know in the bedrooms, but I do know there's kind of PVC or something, these LPC flooring.
LVP?
Hmm.
Yeah. So LVP flooring, you think in the living, and you never made any kind of improvements. That was just kind of how the unit came.
Hmm.
And but we
They
don't.
were the the tenant came with the unit,
Okay.
so to
And
speak.
it's the same tenant there as it's always been too.
T I 10 years.
Okay. What I'm just trying to think of just like a just an easy amicable solution to all of this. Maybe that we could just put a rug or something in between. Where is most of this disturbance coming from, Kim and Grayson? Where is it? Is it mainly in the bedrooms or the living room?
it's all over.
Everywhere.
Yeah. So this is clear that the not having the carpeted floor in the bedroom or the living room definitely is a factor for the noise. And I'm not talking about just noise. The whole ceiling shakes when they actually have the shoe on or when they run around. It just is a hell.
Can I
Hmm.
ask you, in your unit, do you have any LPD?
And whose unit?
In
In
Kim
Oh,
and
Kim,
Mrs.
Kim.
Grayson?
Oh, okay.
that that well, we have the LVP, but we have the carpeted floor on the in the bedroom, but
What about the kitchen?
the kitchen doesn't have it. But the thing is, the HOA rule says that if the unit is located right above some other units, then they need approval from HOA to install the hard surface flooring. So that's what we are here to talk about today because
No, no, I'm
this
just
is
asking
something.
what your unit has as, as material. I mean, obviously I've seen some emails going back and forward. I mean, fact is the building is 60 years old. That's fact. And I also know that the building itself, other than the outside walls, is certainly not structural as sounded as perhaps later years built houses. Um, I mean, I own the unit more than 8 years. It's really the first time that I'm hearing this, meaning like hearing any complaints. I know it's a family with kids, and not sure you have kids, but trying to hold kids in a certain matter of, I mean, I don't have an issue with, you know, getting them a carpet or, moving something around. I'm certainly not in a position to take the flooring off. Um, I can lay something on top of it, but
Um, just get a frame of reference, Victor, because you have a downstairs unit, you have people above you. What did you think about that the noise, the examples that Kim and Grayson have just provided? Do you experience something that's similar, or what is your what is your
Uh, Personally, I've never heard any noise from the upstairs neighbor like that, that's a lot. Um, yeah. I mean, I would try out a rug, but like it's that's a lot of noise. I would have complained too.
Okay. Yeah, we're just trying to come up with like, a solution to where, Kim and Grayson can, live comfortably. So, Marco, why don't we go and try to go to the property and we'll take a look around and see maybe, if there's places where we can like, put down rug or something like that to try to like, uh,
Mhm.
mitigate the sounds. But is it you had mentioned that maybe the tenant was moving out or something, or what was the situation there?
I think seems like that the I don't know. That's why my question was if Kim or Mr. Grayson or whatever approach them, but it looks like I'm losing the tenant.
Okay, so they are
I have not received the exact timeline, but I have not. I communicated with them last about 2 weeks ago.
okay, but we don't know. Last you heard they were moving out, but you don't know when.
They told me they're going to make some changes.
Okay. Um, Kim and Grayson, like I said, it could be I mean, hardwood floors, the laminate flooring was installed, prior to Marco uh, taking ownership of the property and probably before I took the property management over. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to just try to, maybe help him out with like just going up there and seeing what we can do in terms of deadening out that sound with maybe some carpets or something like that. What kind of suggestions do you have? I mean, did you want to uninstall all of the flooring and just install just carpeting there, or what was your suggestion, Kim and Grayson?
I don't think like a simple partial rug is gonna solve these issues because we're gonna have soon to have a kid and we're gonna have to have the kid sleeping in the bedroom, second bedroom, which has a lower ceiling. So actually, when they're walking upstairs, you can hear them even better. And Miss Lisa Yun, I believe, she told me that when I was on the phone and the email too, told me that the unit has a whole vinyl floor. So yeah, I don't think the rug is gonna do the job here. So my final proposed resolution was gonna be it needs to be done. I mean, the sound engineering has to come in and then they have to inspect the property and see if it is on code. That's why we kept talking about. Um, I'm sorry, I'm just pausing because there's a background noise. Um, because we have had this enough, to be honest, and we really can't deal with this anymore.
I
So
mean, you could, not to interrupt you, but you could upload an app yourself and see what the noise decibel noise is. I mean so I mean I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and meet with Tim and we're gonna go and see the unit in total.
Yeah, and you and Miss Kim can be present as well. We want everybody to be together, and we.
Well, first I wanted to see them. I mean,
Okay.
I was not anticipating losing a tenant for over 10 years where there was no prior issue, right? So I want to be careful of how do we do this? I,
Okay.
I want to be empathetic to this. So, and I want to make it right. On the other hand, I do want to see first the rest of the areas and see what can be done. If we could keep the existing floor and add something on top of it, I wanted to evaluate that first because I think, in fairness, in the kitchen, I think that's even tiles that wouldn't go away. So, and then we're moving the aspect to another room or an open kitchen area as all the units are. So I'm gonna get familiarized with that again.
And
It's
Kim
gonna
and
take
Grace.
me, as Kim is not aware of and Kim and Grayson, so I'm out of state. I am coming frequently to Atlanta. So I'll make some plans within the next couple of weeks to be here.
Kim and Grayson, so your suggestion is that we get a sound engineer to test the building and then to provide information on how to cure the issue. Is that your suggestion?
Yes, that's what the HOA rule basically provides, the in the section 14 has. So as long as it meets that requirement and it gets restored back to either the carpeted or underlayment insulation with the proper documents, then we'll be okay. I mean, further noise complaints. I mean, that's the best that the A4 owner can do, right? So we can't complain after that. So if it's as long as it's properly documented, and then it's done by the professional
So
licensed
you
person.
want to get a professional structural noise? I don't even know what kind of engineer would provide this kind of information. Are you familiar with uh
Oh, after the meeting, I can send you some of the recommendations for that.
okay. Okay. And I mean, there are costs involved with that because the association right now is quite low on funds, so it may be an issue of where if you didn't mind, you could prepay your dues to where we could afford something like this and get an assessment from the engineer. Do you understand what I mean?
Um,
Because
I mean, we want to resolve this internally and professionally
yeah,
as much as we can. And about the litigation, which we are prepared for because we have the logs every day and we have the recordings of the sound. It's expensive, we know that, and it's a time consuming, and it's gonna affect the HOA itself. I mean, it's gonna if we start the litigation and then if there's an ongoing litigation, then the HOA insurance rates is probably gonna be affected, and the market perception for the condo units is gonna be affected, and then lender underwriting is gonna be affected as well. So
definitely. All those
yeah,
things definitely
overall,
be
yeah,
affected.
yeah, overall property values will be affected. So I just want this to be, you know, resolved internally and amicably.
Okay,
And
well, like I said, I think the easiest way would be to review it and see if we can't like lay some carpet down or put a rug down. If you want to go the route of hiring a structural engineer and getting like sound tests and things like that, I think, like I said, the association right now doesn't really have and money for that. I mean that sounds very expensive. If you want to give us like the guy that you had, I can get estimates first, and then we can maybe call a capital call to get everybody to pay for these tests and these things done. If you want to handle it that way, or if you're okay with like I said, maybe going the route of Mr. Marco and going out and inspecting the property. Maybe, like I said, you can maybe join him at some time and coming up with a solution that way. I think that might be something that we could keep costs lower and hopefully keep everybody happy. My job here is just to, like I said, just facilitate the conversation and the communication, hopefully come up with the best solution for everybody. You know what I mean? So I don't want to try to get this like expensive and get engineers involved, and I definitely don't want it to get litigious. So I'm just trying to come in and hopefully get a solution that's everybody's happy with. So are you happy with that with Mr. Marco going over there and maybe meeting with the tenant, maybe meeting with you both upstairs, and you guys can maybe come up with something? Is that okay for right now? In the meantime, like I said, maybe you can give me those structural engineers and soundproofing tests and things like that, and we can maybe get some estimates um, started. But hopefully, it doesn't have to get to that. That's what I'm hoping for, and that's what I want to try to like.
our next step forward actually was if this hearing was not approved by the board. Well, this was actually one of the required step to push forward for the litigation, right?
Mhm.
Per rules. So we just wanted to make sure that there's no evidence of the approval, and then sound testing, structural impact
No, we don't have
analysis
any. We don't have any
for
of those tests. We don't have any of
yes.
those tests. We don't have any paperwork for any of the floors that were laid down before Marco owned it. We don't
And
have
I just
any. We don't have any.
wanted to, yeah, make a clear confirmation from all
Yes,
uh, board
you are
members that
correct. You are correct, and this is being recorded, and you will have that as evidence. We don't have any of those tests, and we don't have any approvals for previous flooring being installed in that unit.
And I just want to tell you, we're trying to conceive, we're trying to have a baby, but with this type of noise in the bedroom, every day, every night, and throughout the weekend, we can't rest. We just have to hear the whole floor, like the whole walls are shaking and the ceiling is shaking.
Even the
And my wife's sister just lost a baby, and
Yeah.
then it was just last month, and we were on the phone, we were grieving, and because of the noise, we couldn't make a conversation with her. That's how severe this noise is.
Hmm.
That's why we made these presentation files and stuff. I don't know if the partial rugs are gonna really fix this problem because the whole wall is shaking when they're running around. And if the root cause is not fixed, I don't know if we can live here and if this place is gonna be made inhabitable for us. So that's my only concern. I'm not blaming the owner of the A4. I'm not blaming on the occupants of the upstairs. I respect their life. I respect their living. It's just that we're affected by this noise. So please hear us out. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm asking.
Yes, you have been heard. We've received all of your notices, and we've received those evidence of the noises. If you want to, or if you can, send us the a copy of the your presentation as well. I'll send that out to all of the board members. What do you want us to do? What do you suggest that we do?
Well, I respect the boards and I respect the rules, HOA rules. So I know there is procedures that you have to go through, and if this gets enforced, then I'd love to, follow that rule and procedures that the board members made. So that's my answer to that.
Okay, well, there's no, I mean, you don't have we're trying to come up with some solutions here. So, I mean, what do you want to start with the meeting with Marco and then going upstairs and inspecting everything and seeing if there's an easier solution for this? Do you want to do that? Or do you,
If you are asking me the easiest solution, I think the easiest solution would be the restoration of the floor, which is the full carpeting. I mean, yeah, where it's needed, like where they used to have the carpet before. Whoever changed the vinyl, I mean, that's really not the topic that we are pursuing here. So
so you want A4 to be replaced with carpeting throughout? What about in the kitchen area?
I mean, kitchen area is understandable. I mean, that has a lot of water. I mean, bathroom even has a lot of water, and so we understand that bathroom and the kitchen doesn't really have to have
So
that. But then,
your suggestion is carpeting throughout the throughout the unit except for the bathroom and the kitchen.
yeah, we will understand for that because
Okay.
of
Uh,
the water damage possibility.
okay. All right. Marco, I mean that's what kind of their suggestion is if you could install carpeting throughout that property. I know you want to go and do some inspections first. Why don't you go do that, and then we can see if Marco can oblige with that. Any other comments from the other Miss Charlene, Mr. Victor? What do you guys think? Charlene, you're usually very talkative. You haven't said anything yet tonight. What is your
I happen to meet both Miss Kim and here and then few days ago, and my first reaction is they suppose can communicate with upstairs to be a friendly to question about your concern, and face to face they have to resolve the problem first, so to find out what is going on, because to me I haven't seen the kids for a while, because usually I know them, and I know the little bit big daughter, the girls, and take care of the several kids. They are very, very nice and very, yes, very active. But recently, I haven't seen them for a while. So to me, I ask Miss Kim go upstairs, and husband, both husband and wife can go upstairs to negotiate with them and to question them to find out what's going on first. That's what I'm trying to say. Because usually kids or parents probably didn't pay attention to that. But I feel you have rights to say, hey, please, you bother us too much. And that's the first step I suggest.
Okay, well, I think Kim and Grayson have already sort of approached them with
Oh, okay. Oh,
so
what they answer? What's their answer? What they respond back to you when you say that to them?
Hello, Sheila. The when we went up there, there were these kids were so. I mean, these kids are so beautiful and they're so small and they're so cute. I can't really say anything other than just are you guys aware of the noise? But what can they say? I mean, other than just they're being sorry
Well,
for.
the kids, the one of the girl is a big girl, and she's very behaved, and she always take care of those kids. So maybe you can tell them, so during the at least during the nighttime, they have to learn to respect the somebody else privacy, and they supposed to learn that way, behave themselves. To me, that's she's older enough to understand. So
That
you
was. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I just say you suppose can very seriously to tell your concern, because I think the girls is very, very understandable, and then she can teach those kids. That's what I'm thinking about it. Because I did that for several times when they play a little bit rough outside, and they understand, and the girls always to let him to quiet. That's it.
okay, well, I think would you be okay, like I said, with Marco, when are you going to be into coming into town?
I come back next Wednesday, and then we starting the market, so I might have an opportunity on not Black Friday, but probably Saturday morning
Saturday morning? Okay.
on the twenty which is the 29th,
29th, 29th. Okay.
which is in 9 days,
Okay.
10
Uh,
days, sorry.
And then would you be able to meet with Kim and Grayson at the property after that, or
Yeah, so I'll probably try. I have to go to the airport and I should be back fairly early morning. I'll communicate with them and ask them, meaning my tenant, if that is a possibility so that they are there, I can inspect it, and then I try to knock on Kim's door as well and Grayson's stores. And
okay.
then I see what I can do. I mean, I wanted first touch base with them because obviously they were in and about to quit their assignment, which would be not what I'm having envisioned. So there would be a double wobby, losing a tenant. And I think they are extremely nervous. I can't share the fluffiness that Mr. Grayson was just sharing. They are very scared.
You mean the tenants in terms of
Yes,
the
yes,
complaints,
yes.
complaint?
I've never seen them shaking this much.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
I do know that they obviously have two smaller children. I just, you know, I'll probably gonna talk to them to see if I can accommodate that with this carpet. I'm gonna, have to figure out a way. I need to see it first. If we can put the easier one would be probably to put something foam or something on top of the existing floor and put carpet on top, which would be double protect that. And that would be my goal because trying to rip out the floor and then make carpet, I don't think it's going to help much.
Yeah,
I think it would be easier if we leave it as it is. Put a put some cover over there and then some carpet as I've done in other places. And it's about 1,000 square feet, so it's not like the world.
right. Kim and Grayson, are you okay with that timeline right now?
We'll
We have to travel on the 5th, so
Sorry,
maybe
are
so
you
we're
traveling?
yeah, we're traveling on 5th of December. So
Okay, so I mean, maybe that helps us, gives us gaining a little time because obviously I need to make some arrangements. I want to see it first. I need to, inspect. I honestly, I haven't been back in any of their bedrooms. I know the living room well and I know the kitchen well, but I haven't been really into their privacy since they were existing tenant and, you know, so I wanted to inspect that, so to speak, in the same time. I need to give them ample notice. Otherwise, I'm going to have another problem if I don't give them a time notice to clean up their place. Then we're gonna have to discussions with them on the flip side. So I want to give them at least a 9, 10 day notice so that I can inspect their areas, and then I'll make arrangements to solve that problem.
Uh, is that go with you guys, Kim and Grayson?
um, okay, yeah, I mean, we're open to communications, but our goal is pretty clear, I think, after this meeting. So I'll share my slides first, Mr. Lam,
Hmm.
so that the board members can review what
Hmm.
the Section 14S, the
Hmm.
flooring rule, is talking about, and what it's supposed to be, and because we're missing documents and there is a vinyl floor, we wanna go from there.
Grayson,
Not
I
since
can't go back in time. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
I purchased the unit. I do have an inspection completed at the time when I purchased it. That is available. There, if there were prior changes, even when Empire, both units, I mean, meaning us and the company, I mean, we're trying to solve this problem. I can't guarantee I have it solved tomorrow. I need to give my tenant an opportunity, and I have another problem if they moving out. I mean, the threat is there that they potentially feel scared by you. And I don't know what you did or not. I have to talk to them and sit down with them. They are speaking Spanish as I do, and I'll have to get their side of the story as well. They have been there with 10 years. I'm I understand. I heard the noise. It seems very evasive. Absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with this, but I need to see first, and I have to comfort them as well because they are a good tenant of mine and I inherited them. I owe them this.
Yeah, and
I'm a business leader, so I mean, I try to fix it. I cannot fix it today, tomorrow, or on the weekend. I have to go first. I'm sorry, I live out of town and I'm coming in and out of Atlanta.
I'm not really sure, Mr. Grayson, if that is a suitable uh, answer to you. I think that you are seeking more, but I'm not sure what you want to do. If you want to go seek the engineering route, then if you want to send me that information, the engineering company and the soundproofing company or whatever that you had mentioned, we can do that. In terms of the violation of installing the floors with proper notice and proper um, whatever, we never got that, and that's not disputed here. So I don't want to keep. I don't know what you want. That's what I'm like not understanding. So tell me what you want, and we're going to get it. I'm going to do my best to get it resolved for you. If it's just the noise issue, like I said, Marco is going to be working on it. If there's something else you want done, let me know. Don't, you know what I mean? I'm not understanding what you want from me.
I just want to clarify first that what the tenant upstairs has a fear of and what is it coming from. Like
I
you
don't
just
know.
to know.
I just got told by them
We could talk to them in
that they
person.
want to move out or something, and I do need to sit down and comfort them. I told them that I'm coming in town. I haven't given them the date. You are the first to hear it out of Fresh Press that I'm basically coming next Wednesday, but I don't want to bother you on Thanksgiving, so my suggestion is I'm coming on Saturday morning. That's probably the most feasible one, which is the 29th, between a window of, 10 and 12. Spend some time with them, listen to their needs, and then I'll touch base with you. And if I need to, I'll make arrangements.
I mean, I don't understand why it has to be you coming into town because we can always communicate with the email, text, anything that's
No, no,
available.
but I want to inspect the flooring. I mean, obviously, I have no clue. Like I said, it's first time. Once I received your first two emails, it's first time that I'm hearing this. I own the unit. Actually, my company does for 8 years. So, and I wanted to make it right. So I wanted to make sure that I spent uh, ample time with them and wanted to, because the solution is not they move out, then it's a month's quiet because I need to find a new tenant, and then all of a sudden start all over again. I
You can
prefer that they
still
stay.
hear them upstairs moving around.
Sorry?
They're still
Yeah, they're
upstairs.
still upstairs. And I don't know
No, no, I know
what
they
the
haven't
fear
left yet,
comes
but I'm
from.
saying that's they indicated that they perhaps vacant the place.
Why would I fear the little girls and then confront them with in front of their mother? It's nonsense, and I'd like to get down to
No,
this.
please don't say nonsense. I take this very serious, Mr.
I take it
Grayson.
very seriously too, but you're telling me that
Okay, this is
No,
we
let's
made a
everybody just
threat.
like I said,
No.
we're here. I'm here to get this solved. So, are you okay with with that timeline, Kim and Grayson? You didn't really answer. You kind of hinted at you wanted something additional. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want us to do.
We just want to enforce the the Section 14S. I'm just amazed by the by that he commented on me being fearful for the upstairs people. That
Well,
he
we're not
never
worried
made
about
any
that.
comments for that. So
It's that's it was all just said
no,
in
no, I didn't say fearful that you fearful. I'm just saying that the tenant feels uncomfortable, and so I need to make sure
why
that
would they be
I don't
uncomfortable?
know.
That's what I'm
I
asking you
Okay,
because
I don't know.
yeah, I just
Okay. Well, we're not going to get this tenant's feelings and things like that. We're
Right.
here to get this resolved. Okay. So Kim and Grayson, is there anything else that you want to do? Like I said Marco's going to be in town. He's going to inspect the property and he's going to come up with a solution or a possible solution, present it to you. And then you can kind of go from there is what Marco is suggesting. What do you suggest? What do you want us to do? That's what I want to know. That's what I'm here for.
I just want to ask the board members that if it's a clear violation of Section 14S based
Okay.
on the rule. I just
Okay.
want to follow the rules. I'm not asking anything out of the rules or the declaration
Okay,
or
well,
anything that's not applicable.
we're trying to get that resolved.
Yeah.
All of those rules were in place. I wasn't in management at that time whenever the floors were installed. He wasn't the owner whenever those floors were installed. So that's just something in the past. Okay. What we want to do now is try to get it resolved. Is there anything else that with what Marco said that you not want to do or do you not agree with, or you want to suggest something else? Please let us know. I mean, you can keep mentioning the bylaws and things like that. And yes, that is what the bylaws say. And we have informed you. No, we do not have that information. That was not part of my management at the time, and that was not part of his ownership at the time. So I think we're kind of done with that. Is there anything else you want us to do?
We'll communicate after
Yes, of course.
because this is getting really longer and then,
Yes,
it'll
of
get
course.
further.
And I think we held this meeting pretty quickly after you requested it last week. We held the meeting within 5 days of you asking us. So I think we are trying to work pretty quickly with you. We're not trying to be adversarial. As a matter of fact, I don't want it to be adversarial. I want to be everybody be happy, everybody be good, and everybody doesn't doesn't have to contact me for any kind of like issues. You know what I mean? That makes my life easier, makes everybody's life easier. So I'm just trying to get what you need, what you want, and try to accommodate as all of us. All right, that's my job, right?
I respect that. I thank everyone that
Okay.
showed up for
You're
this meeting.
welcome.
Yeah,
Okay.
listening. Yeah,
Okay,
thanks
is
so
there
much.
okay, is there anything else then? Is there anything you're good with that timeline? Marco's going to go inspect on Saturday, try to come up with with a resolution. He'll contact you. Marco, you contact him directly. I'll give you his contact, and you guys can work out some sort of whatever it is. And hopefully, if you're not satisfied with that, then contact me, and we can, I'll get the board members again involved, and we'll hopefully come up with a resolution for this, Miss Kim and Mr. Grayson. And like I said, I really apologize for this. It does sound like you guys are being encumbered with your, living in quiet and enjoyment of your property, and we're going to get it solved. Okay. Anyways, any other comments from Victor or from Charlene?
Well, before Marco
Ma-
mentioned that the tenants were a little bit uncomfortable, I was gonna echo Charlene's sentiment of talking to them directly and just making sure that you do everything you can to like if they're making noise in the middle of the night, anybody's gonna understand that. So like they'll I mean they are kids, but like they should have a bedtime.
Mhm.
Um, so
I
yeah,
think maybe we stay behind very quick. I was bored, and then we can just. Sounds great, but I appreciate the
Okay.
effort. Absolutely.
yeah, but yeah, that's all I had to say. But yeah, I mean, I hope the best for your situation.
Okay. Well, in
Thank you.
terms of anything else from Kim and Grayson?
No,
Okay, well, thank you guys. I thank everybody. I'm just going to go ahead and adjourn this meeting and stop recording it now. We will, like I said, Marco's going to be in town and he will be contacting Kim and Grayson directly. If anything should, if there's some sort of disagreement or anything like that, then definitely let us know and we'll we'll get the meeting back together and we'll come up with another resolution. All right, guys?
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I'm going to adjourn the meeting now.